Let's go. What's going on? Is it live? I think we're freaking live. I've never done this on YouTube. I do it every month on Discord. I used to do it on Twitch all the time. But we're going YouTube today, baby. Sweet, we're live. Hope you guys are doing so freaking swell. How is it? How is everyone? It's Tuesday. Where are you guys tuning in from? I'm stoked to be here. Someone said, I don't know if you see this. Found the cat duet and listen to your stuff and repeat. Dude, you know what's crazy is that sometimes I think, are those videos like worth it? You know, like, should I be like doing that? Because at the end of the day, I want to be doing like my music and stuff. So I don't want to do all like these meme things. So I don't know how this works. Do I click on this? Should I be? Then you guys can't see the thing. LA, Chicago, let's go. Let's go. What happens if I press this button? Pop out dashboard. Oh, that's exactly what I need. But I don't need the chat too. I don't know how to get the chat at the same time. But if I go like this. Pop out chat. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yeah. I legit had to look for the full of the cat, and that's how I found your other stuff. That's crazy. I'm so glad you're digging it. I definitely will keep doing videos like that because, you know, people end up finding my real stuff because of it. So it's pretty tight. Anyways, just so you guys know, the EP comes out, well, tonight on Spotify and Apple and all of those places. But doing a little once in a lifetime premiere, you know what I'm saying, before anyone else sees it or hears it. So I just got the session open. If you guys got any questions, do whatever. I am literally here. Midnight, I'm stoked for it. So the first two songs of the EP are already out. Is this what you wanted, by the way? Check this out. I don't know how you can see this. You guys like this shirt? New merch. Pretty tight. I don't know when I'm going to drop it. And I have another shirt too, the gray one that I've worn in some of my videos already. So I'm stoked to drop some new threads, very high quality, printed out here. Allegedly the same company that prints Post Malone stuff. So that means me and Post Malone got a collab coming. I'll probably drop it in a few weeks or something. But anyways, do you stream on Twitch? No. I used to a long time ago. Actually, that's why I got these squares in the background. Because I was just doing them in my bedroom. I was twitching, and yeah, then I was like, all right, well, I need some cool lights in the background, so I got this. TikTok started doing really well for me, so I just stopped streaming altogether. I'd actually play piano. Most people know me as a guitar player now, but I was playing piano, and I can play by ear, like anything that I hear. So I was just doing that and getting donations and stuff, but then, yeah, TikTok was doing its thing. Thank goodness I don't get notified. Does a flower on your cap hold any significance? I have a video about it on my YouTube channel, which is where you're at right now. But my girlfriend just gave it to me one day. Oh, whoops, did that work? My girlfriend just gave it to me one day. She just clipped it on. We were at like a party or a bar or a club or some thing with all of her friends. She just clipped it on there. Anyways, you guys already know the first two songs. I'll probably be annoying in between the songs, but I would like to play it start to top, top to bottom, with no interruptions, as it was meant to be listened to. It's got these cool transitions in between it. Anyways, let's go. On my own, EP, world premiere. All right, here we go. Is this what you wanted? Is this what you want? Let's go! Should I play the guitar part at the same time?
Escape from the thoughts in my head, and you're the reason I'm taking away. Catching up the mistakes, wondering if I'll be destined. The passion, the pain, after all of these things that you told me to do. I'm not worthy, I'm broken, I'm far from it.
Thanks for all the likes, by the way, y'all. I don't know what it does, but it makes me feel good. So thank you.
Take control of me, made the same mistake again. From the words that I constantly see, it's like I'm slowly falling into the stream. Trying to feel like I'm always stuck comparing the same thing. So what the fuck is wrong with me being me? Drop down, falling on my knees. I'm tired of feeling like nobody can see. I'm just a kid, that's all I'm ever trying to be. My head's down and rolled back, just wanna be me.
We got Boston in chat, collab coming up in a little bit. We got Venus as a boy in the chat. A little too quiet, collaborator. If you guys don't know Venus as a boy, you're messing up. Shamed. I use all of his drums. If you're wondering what I use for my drums and my breakbeat loops, go buy his pack. Next song, I'm So Tired. Seamless transition. How you guys feeling about that one?
Yeah, I'm so tired of this shit. I'm running around in circles. Is this it? Is any of it worth it? Did I quit? I'm done, I don't deserve this. I don't give a shit. Cause if I don't leave this, I'm falling apart. And it's making me compromise my health. Can you see them? They don't care about you. They don't care about you. Yeah, I'm so was wrong. Like, hello, it's my heart on the plate. Don't you wanna play? But then what's the point of it if it's on my body? Like, I don't know, I'm here though. I never signed up to be. I'm just floating on a rock. Oh, this how it's supposed to be. It's just funny you don't want me compromise my heart. It's so fickle how these people wanna load my heart. How they sing it as they say it, 'cause they want me now. They gon' rip my heart up, they gon' sell me out.
If I don't leave this, I'm falling apart, and it's making me compromise my heart. Can you see them? They don't care about you. Yeah, I'm so Yeah, I'm so tired of this shit. I'm running around in circles. Is this it? Is any of it worth it? Should I quit? I'm done, I don't deserve this. I don't give a shit. Yeah, I'm so tired. Yeah, I'm so tired.
Alright, we are finally coming up to the new tunes. Music video for this next one is coming out on Friday, most likely. This is the one I've been teasing a lot. So, hope you guys dig this one. Actually, Breakin's helped me with this track, no lie. I sent it to him and he gave me some comments. And definitely made it better. Hope you dig it. It's called From Myself.
The lights fall and I'm standing afraid. I'm finding it hard just to take it away. I'm half dead, but I'm begging to stay. Thoughts are giving me strength. I'm sinking farther in the mirror. It's not your fault, I got no leeway. Black cloud, shadows and gray. Feels like I'm running from myself. Look through the mirror from the time I am. I saw you move, I'm begging me for help. I'll run away, I'll run away. I'm under stress, I'm depressed from messing with the changes I've had. No stop, I got no leeway. Like cloud, shadows and gray. Feels like I'm running from myself. I'm begging me for The lights fall and I'm standing afraid. I'm finding it hard just to take it away. I'm half dead, but I'm begging to stay. Thoughts are giving me strength. I'm sinking farther in the mirror. It's not your fault, I got no leeway. Black cloud, shadows and gray.
Got the collab with Boston coming up. This one goes crazy. Chat, is this real?
Cause every time I close my eyes, I can't find a reason why.
You guys see that file name real quick?
Pay
V8 tomato juice edition.
Right this time, face my pride. And I'm crying, I don't know why. 'Cause every time I'm falling from the victim of another night, pressed up, crawling for a system where it's never right. Keep me from the thirst of digging deeper. I know I'm not a believer, but playing games with the reaper burning all my life. 'Cause every time I close my eyes, I can't find a reason why I live this life. Pray I die, I tried to do it right this time. Face my pride, but in the end I'm crying. I don't know why. 'Cause every time I close my eyes, I can't find a reason why I live this life. Pray I die, I tried to do it right this time. Face my pride, but in the end I'm crying. I don't know why. I'm lost in a fog now, got nowhere to go, 'cause I don't know what I've lost now. I see there's a sign, the lights are closing on me with the weight of a fine line. Yeah, I'm feeling chills up to my spine. Yeah, I hesitate just to buy time, 'cause I know you cannot relate back to my life. And I don't believe that I can find a way. I'm broken pieces, try to fight today. These thoughts of me are lighting up my brain. I don't think I can really find another way out. I'm filled with doubt, I'm so strung out, just kill me now. Am I here now? 'Cause every time I fuck up, I'm lost, life and what comes. Can't find a reason to rest up. I'm done what I've become. I'm about to break, I'm trying to find where I belong. Can't take much more, where am I now? So far from home. I've been living every day on a repeat. Got pain in my eyes when you see me. Feels like happiness took a backseat. Red carpet stain with my blood on the TV. Miss the days when I wasn't trying to be the next big thing, living so freely. Now it's gone and I'm stuck all alone in this plastic hell. 'Cause every time I close my eyes, I can't find a reason why I live this life. Pray I die, try to do it right this time. Face my pride, but in the end I'm crying. I don't know why. Close my eyes, I can't find a reason why I live this life. Pray I die, try to do it right this time. Face my pride, but in the end I'm crying. I don't know why.
Last track, y'all. Time to stay sad. I'm falling forward is all I know. A million voices telling me I'm a fool. I'll find the way just on my own. I'm hearing lies from the shadows. The walls are staring back at me like a kid. My eyes are red, I'm defeated. I'm a mess, I'm on it, hiding stories, side the warning. I'll never know what to do. I create my own divisions. I'm a mess, I'm on it, hiding stories, side the warning. I'll never know what to do. I create my own divisions. So confused from all this
don't know what to call it. Tired of feeling, tired of holding on to get through. I can't keep the thoughts from turning dark, turning numb. To myself, I hope you fold, I hope you can choose. I'm falling forward as I know, a million voices telling me I'm a fool. I'll find the way just on my own. I'm hearing lies from the shadows, the walls are staring back at me like a kid. My eyes shine red, I'm defeated. I'm falling forward as I know, a million voices telling me I'm a fool. I'll find the way just on my own. I'm hearing lies from the shadows, the walls are staring back at me like a kid. My eyes shine red, I'm defeated.
Well, there we have it. There we have it, my folks. Not gonna lie. So I had only listened to this whole EP through properly once with Theo, Venus as a Boy, if he's still here, and it was a really, really cool experience to like actually have the 30 minutes it took to sit down and we sat on his floor and just listened to the whole thing. It was really cool. So I hope you guys enjoy listening to this and continue enjoy listening to Is This What You Wanted? Love that song. It's really opened a lot of opportunities for me. Allegedly Travis Barker heard it. His management's like hitting me up. That's crazy. I don't know what's going to happen from that, but that's really good for me, that there's just people out there that love it. I'm so tired. I got a lot of really cool reception to that, and it seems like everyone's kind of with it, with me kind of putting out different genres. It all sounds like me. It's all what I say, aggressively melancholy, but it's really cool. It drops officially in about 5 hours. Spotify, everywhere. So the biggest support, whether you guys know it or not, the biggest support is adding the songs to your playlists. And then once I drop the merch, pick it up if you want to give me some monies. I would love to quit teaching one day and just do Scro stuff. But I'm kind of pretty happy with where I'm at. And it's just cool that there's anyone out there that wants to listen to my art and is stoked to hear it. And I'm really thankful to be working with like Jacob, Boston, cool collab. Amelia, amazing singer. I've always dug her stuff since I got into electronic music. And then for the release to be on Bitbird is dude, I have a video of me when I first got my first track signed to Bitbird, and I was like how anyone else would be, you know. It's just like I was jumping up in my room, I was smiling. I still feel the same. Do you deliver worldwide? I will. I plan on it. Yeah. So putting that merch on order ASAP. Yeah, there's this one and the gray one. Any of you guys got any questions? I'm kind of chilling for. Well, actually, the next thing I'm doing is I'm meeting up with Jacob as soon as he's ready. We're gonna talk about a music video. I'm supposed to be dropping a music video this Friday, but we're waiting. We filmed some of it on actual film rather than like a digital camera. So we're waiting on some of that too. Why don't you just play this shit while I'm talking in the background? Yeah. I definitely forgot about how much I love the Midwest emo vibes. It's definitely what I wanted at the end of the day. Keep up the good work, dude. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I have the chat on my phone. Thanks for the amazing job. Thank you for coming through. How long did the EP take to write altogether? Well, it's kind of all over the place, honestly. I'm not someone who sits down and is like, I'm gonna make music and then like, oh, this is work. Like I know other artists are like, it's time to make an album. I'm gonna like sit down a few hours every day and work on an album. Like that's not really what I do. I'll tell you the order of these songs that they were actually created. Does anyone want to guess the order of the songs of when I actually made them? How do you do that 808 with the white noise? I'm obsessed, but I can't make them. You should ask Boston. But I actually just use an 808 and then put white noise over it. And you compress them or distort them together. When are you going on tour? Ooh, you know, I just had a meeting yesterday with an agency about it. I was planning on going tour later in the year, but it looks like it's going to be next year instead. But I guess we'll see what happens. Listen, from Argentina, big love, Argentina. Production tips, make your kicks louder, make your drums louder, put OTT on everything. What do you teach and teach? Love from an art teacher. Music to dance and cry to. So I do private one-on-one lessons at a school a little bit north of me, and no one knows who I am type of thing. Like, it's not like anyone's like, oh, I want to come and take a lesson with Scro. It's just like a family-friendly neighborhood, and there's some elementary schools nearby, and then like kids come in after school and they do. So I teach guitar, of course, violin, piano, drums, production, songwriting, DJing, bass, drums, music theory, and I have like this. It's like a weekly thing. So like every Wednesday, I'll have the same kid at 3. I'll have the same kid at 4. I'll have the same kid at 5. So I've had like the same clientele for years. Some of them since I moved to LA like 5 years ago. A lot of it is just the same kid coming back every week, and we just learn and go forward with what we know how to do. And it can be really rewarding, you know. To me, it was always just a job. But when I was doing well enough with the Scro stuff that I took Tuesdays off, and then Thursdays off. What's funny is that Tuesdays ended up being like my most depressing day because I would just be inside by myself. And before, I was like hanging out with kids, like teaching them about music, playing music, like just being in a room with another person and like literally like teaching people to be inspired and to like love music as much as I love music and to just be creative. And it's like, oh, now I stopped to do that, to just sit in my room on my computer for 12 hours. Like, that's obviously not what it is anymore, but that's what it started as. I love the EP, man. Can't believe how quickly you're putting tracks out. I'd love to hear some stuff similar to the track like it used to. Dude, I would love to, too. I want to, like, equally stay in the emo, equally stay in the experimental electronic, equally stay in the Midwest, equally stay in the pop. Like, I just want to continue doing all of it, just, like, more and more and more. So I still love that style, and I still want to keep doing that. I'll front row your tour and sing out of the lungs if you're in Paris. Dude, that'd be crazy. I've only been to Wales and England. Love that you're teaching the kiddos. They'll grow to blossom like the flower on your cap. Let's go. And before people moving to LA for lessons. Well, I do Zoom lessons if anyone's interested. But I don't really get hit up for that anymore for whatever reason. I'm open for it, you know. Yeah, let's figure it out. come to Florida. I grew up in Florida. I was from Sarasota. I grew up doing like metal and in Tampa. So this was like, so let's talk about like 2008 to 2012. Tampa was like a really big metalcore scene, and then the actual city where I grew up, Sarasota, was really big in like the Midwest emo DIY scene. And that's where I found out what Midwest emo was. Is someone was playing a cover of Nevermind, and my brain exploded. And then he was singing. I'll call him my friend Luca, or Luke, even though I haven't seen him forever. He played Nevermind, and I was like, oh my god, this guy's insane. And then I realized there's an entire genre of music that's dedicated to just shredding on guitar, tapping, but like really clean. And I was never in any Midwest emo bands, but it definitely inspired me. So those two scenes definitely, yeah, I'm definitely going to come to Florida and play a show by next year for sure. I mean, I'm from Florida, so all my homies could come out to it, but it would probably be in like the Sarasota, Tampa area. This might be a weird thing, man, but since finding your music, I've been left trying to find other artists who have a sound similar to yours. The breakcore Midwest jungle sound is amazing. Dude, thank you. I definitely love that. I would say the first one that comes to mind is J. Kim. Definitely leans into the emo guitar with like breakbeat drums vibe. Really dope. I think he's from Atlanta. I don't know any other artist. I mean, not even all my music is like that. All my stuff on Instagram is like that. And then there's like, throughout this whole EP, there's breakbeat with guitar for sure. I would say maybe a similar vibe could be Breakins. But he does more like halftime trap drums rather than like the cut time jungly stuff. But it's like the same aesthetic. C. Tombo, my friend Christian says, I remember going to one of your Thug shows in Tampa. Let's go. Thug was my first band I was in. It was my metalcore, progressive metalcore band. It was very fun. Christian's like one of my first friends in music, I feel like, who just like really was rocking with everything I was doing. So shout out C. Tombo. What inspirations affect your writing process, state of mind? A lot of musicians I talk to taking a surprising amount of inspiration outside of music. I definitely like, so for me, this whole EP, like the artists that inspired it, definitely like Breakins, Jaren, like those are like specific. Porter Robinson, those are like, I'm listening to their music and I want to create something like that, or I'm inspired by this sort of sound design or this sort of idea, so I want to do stuff like that. But more general stuff that's like I just grew up listening to, so obviously as part of my like musical inspirations is marching band music. I was in marching band, so like whatever that means. Jacob Collier, just as a phenomenal musician. All of the metalcore from like late 2000s, early 2010s, like deathcore, prog metal type stuff. Animals as Leaders, Veil of Maya, Born of Osiris, North Lane, Volumes, even though it's not like I'm chugging around in any of these tracks. And then I love pop music. I love Ariana Grande, Post Malone, Justin Bieber, Pink Pantheress, and then like the hyperpop stuff, of course. Like I like 100 Gex, and I like how silly they are and kind of no structure, just do whatever the hell they want. And then I really like Underscore's Fishmonger album, definitely pretty inspirational. But I don't really find any inspiration outside of music. I don't really understand how that works, honestly. I think I'm autistic or something. So, I definitely love Bill Murray also. I would love to do a track with him. A lot of people say that, is this what you wanted? Sounds like Bill Murray, which is like definitely awesome. That was kind of a joke about the autistic thing, by the way. The other thing I was going to say is definitely like the lyrical themes. So that was all like actual like music and like instrumentation production. As far as like the lyrical themes that I end up singing about, or like sort of like give an ode to, a lot of it is like mental health stuff. And you know, the more I think about it, a lot of it, this whole EP is sort of like me talking about like being pissed that I can't just do what I want to do and I can't just be myself. like, is this what you wanted? Is about people telling me that I need to make a certain type of music and being like, all right, here you go. And just being like pissed about it, like using that like angsty energy to make a song about it. I was a huge marching band kid. I was in the Big 8 drum line at FSU. I played the tenors. I was touring around, not touring. I was, going around the country following the football team. I was in the Rose Bowl parade. I loved marching band. I really wanted to be in DCI. I tried out for Boston Crusaders when I was 21. I made it past like the second, whatever it's called, second callbacks, but I didn't end up making it. I love drumline. I'm a really good drummer. Not gonna lie. Have you? Oh yeah, but yeah, a lot of the lyrical themes is just like I guess I could say like depression, anxiety type stuff, and just dealing with that. Thankfully, I have music as an outlet and like lyricism as an outlet, because like people that like are for real depressed, like I don't think I'm like properly depressed, whatever that means, but I get sad and I definitely am anxious. And some people just they can't deal with it, and they go 6 months and they just have to like, time just heals it. But for me, I'm like, I get really sad or upset about something, I just write a song about it, and I'm like, cool, I feel better after 2 hours. Have you heard any of Will Weissenfeld's stuff before? He makes pop electronic music under the name Baths, an experiment and energetic. I have not, but I'm gonna screenshot that. That sounds cool. You're in the Rose Bowl parade? Let's go. I was in the Rose Bowl parade 2014, so January 1st, 2014. Or maybe it was 2015. Yeah, I think it was 2015 actually. What drum VST did you use? I don't use drum VSTs. I use drum samples. So if we're talking about like drum set VST, 2015. Thank you, C Tombo. I marched with C Tombo in the Rose Bowl parade. Yeah, I don't use like for the acoustic drum stuff, especially in Is This What You Wanted. Is this even a good angle? What the hell am I doing? I just use like one-shot samples and make, like program the drums like that. And yeah, I use a lot of phase ones drum samples on Splice. It's got great kicks and snares. When it comes to the electronic drums, again, I'm just using samples and Shamed. I don't know if he's still in here, but SH4 MED. He's got the drum pack that I use. It's like $15. Amazing kicks, snare, like very hyper pop adjacent, like kicks, snares, cool like texture stuff. And stuff like that. I do kind of make a lot of my own like texture samples, like all the IDM glitchy samples. I do that myself, and I have made a video about it. It's on my YouTube. Death After My Time. Thanks for your art. That screamo still gets me. Let's go. I'm gonna embrace saying the word screamo like a normie from now on, because everyone just gets it when you say it. You're screaming. It's music with screaming. And I know, like, if you guys don't know, the word screamo is a proper genre of, it's not even really metal, it's scream emo. So it's like emo music with screaming. You could maybe argue that Is This What You Wanted? The beginning of it is screamo, but actual screamo is produced like really bad. And it's just like a voice memo in a garage band type of a thing, and it's usually like, from my understanding, I never properly listened to it, but it's like faster, and there's just screaming, and it's like not as much distortion. You should just say screamo, non-derogatory. But what like normies, I'll say, most people will say screamo. They're probably referring to just any sort of metal. But even then, they'll listen to anything with screamo, like this. Close My Eyes, this collab with Boston, and they'll be like, oh, it's screamo. But you start getting into like vocabulary and lexicon and like arguments like that, and it's like, just listen to the music and then think about it yourself. Super cool techniques mastered at this high level and multiple genres. That blows my mind every time watching you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm glad that there's, like, I feel like well, of course my core audience, but I feel like more and more people are, seeing me as not just a guitar player, because, like, if you guys don't know, like, I've been doing TikTok forever. Like, I didn't know anyone doing TikTok when I got on it. In fact, Roy was one of the first people I knew, like, was kind of, like, talking to, him and Matthew, the drummer. I was doing every kind of video. If you're super bored one day, go through the very beginning of my TikToks, and I was making videos for like 2 years at least, with like 10, 15 likes on every single one of them. Just like being silly and just doing whatever. I was just like having fun. But of course I was using it as a catalyst to promote my music in any way. And because I was doing so many genres, I was doing so many different kinds of videos to see what caught. So I was doing DJ videos, I was doing drumming videos, I was doing singing videos, I was doing production tips and tutorials, and I was doing guitar videos. And it kind of ended up being that the guitar videos, I think I have a really unique voice when it comes to guitar and my style, even though it's not like super uncommon or rare, the style that I do, but it kind of caught on. And then I was like, well, everyone sees me as this guitar player, and I am, and I always will be. And I think that's kind of like, I literally went to school for classical guitar. I took guitar lessons for a few years. Like, it makes sense that that's like what people know me as. But I'm also really, I'm like a really good drummer. I'm a really good producer. I'm an okay singer. I'm really good with harmonies and like at least knowing how to produce myself to make me sound good. But I love producing, and I love being for myself. I don't really like producing for other people that much, but I love doing weird sound design stuff. I love doing weird beats. Like, I love EDM. I love electronic music. I love just whatever kind of like whatever. And that's what I've always produced. And then I just started adding guitar to it because people liked it online, and it was kind of like this weird thing where my Spotify was all electronic music and my social media was all guitar music. So I was like, all right, well, I love both of them, so I'm just gonna put them together. I don't know why I went off that tangent. Hey, Scro, I've been listening to your music regularly since I discovered your stuff earlier last year. Frick yeah, thank you. Thanks for everything you do. Also still waiting on an official release of the Duet with a Cat, bro. Well, those are on SoundCloud. I put like most all of my TikTok, Instagram Reel stuff on my SoundCloud, so you can check it out there. It's also on YouTube. There's a full video on YouTube, but I know it's not the same as like streaming platforms. I think maybe next year it would be cool to put out an album where like the best like videos I've done that I've liked the best, like the Cat one, the Zed cover, Clarity. If you guys know me this long, but there's this guitar that like it falls on a bathtub and I make a beat out of it. It's really sick. It'd be cool to do like another EP of just like the really sick like duets and stuff that I do. Get the Cat on mic and stage. I love your voice so much, dude. It's sick to see you really having your moment kick off over the past year or two. Bro, that is like the nicest thing ever. It's so cool. Like, I'm just gonna keep playing the EP. It's so cool. Like, just people like, following me along for the journey, like knowing who I am. Like, I feel like there's this core personality trait that I have, and my girlfriend will tell you all about it. But I just love like sharing things. I guess everyone's like this, but I love sharing like my journey and like my life. And like, I'm always like, we joke about it, but I do like show and tell with my girlfriend, where it's like once a week or maybe twice a week, I'll just sit down and I'll show her everything I'm working on. And like, it's like a love language to me of me like showing you like what I'm doing and you being proud of me, So Roy, basically we're dating right now. Will you ever move to an 8-string or just pitch drop? Just curious if a lot of bands started just doing pedals for those. Good question. So I do, on my next EP album, whatever, I do want to go like fucking metalcore, like deathcore, death metal, whatever. Go 8-string, drop E, double drop D, like that would be sick. I'm really comfortable with my 7. It's daunting to think about getting an 8 string. I'll be honest, there's a part of me that, let me know what you guys think, and the people that are here, like, you know, they really like me and they're not just like some random people online, so it might be kind of a skewed thing. But with my 7 string, it's not so in your face that it's like, oh, I have a crazy guitar, and then when I go on stage with my guitar, it's just like, oh, I'm singing and playing guitar. Like, that's your thing, you sing and play guitar. But the crazier your instrument looks, the more you're like, the more it ends up being like, oh, you're an instrumentalist, like that's your thing, you're whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of afraid if I get a crazier guitar and I have an 8 string, then it's like, what the fuck is wrong with that guitar? Like, oh, he must be really into guitar if he has like a really crazy looking one, because it's like no one else plays something like that. And I actually don't want to be just pinned as a guitar player. Like I said, I think it's important for people to know that I'm a singer just as much as a guitar player, especially when it comes to like promoting your Spotify music. Like, people, I know you guys probably won't think this or feel this, but people just care about the singing. You know, at the end of the day, 80% of everyone in the world, they don't understand the music stuff. Like, I even realize it with some of the people that I teach. Like, they don't know what drums sound like. They don't know what guitars sound like. They just hear music and then singing over it. So it's like, as a marketing thing, it's really important for me to be known as like a singer, and that everything else is a part of what I'm doing, even though in actuality I'm equal parts guitarist, equal parts drummer, equal parts producer, equal parts singer. But again, this is like a weird branding marketing thing in my head, where if it's like, if I get an 8 string or like the Abasi Concepts guitar, I would love to buy one, but then it's like, I don't want people to like pinpoint me even harder into being a guitar player. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm probably in my head about it, but I'm done with that. No takesies, backsies. Can I ask you some promotion tips for music? I really admire how you grow. Cool reels. I discovered you and you made my head explode with your music. I will answer that in 1 second. I'm in love with this metal EDM style. So freaking unique. We're doing the year of collabs 2024. Let me know. I could be down for features. I'm pretty picky. I love, I don't know, is it Enix? But I'm personally, for me, 2024, I want to be the year of solo stuff. So there could be an issue with that. And I say that because I have so many features and collabs in the works right now, and I want to continue making sure that, like, for the song I have, Is This What You Wanted? It was a collab. But I kind of like made the whole thing, and I don't want people to think that some other guy like produced it, because like I did. Like, I need people to know that I'm doing all this shit myself, and the more features and collabs I do, like, again, it's a weird ego thing. I'm such a dick. Promotion tips. When it comes to Reels and TikTok, just don't promote your music. Make music for the social media platform. As soon as you start saying, check out my song, check out my music, it automatically becomes like advertising or marketing, and then people don't want to see it. You need to be making reels. And everyone knows what a good reel looks like. Like, this is what I do. Imagine you're on the Explore page and you see something. Like, you need to make that. Or imagine you first open up your Instagram, like the first thing that's on your feed. Like, it has like a look to it. It has a vibe. It's usually like high contrast, shot like kind of well. Now, this isn't TikTok. TikTok is completely different at this point. But like the cat thing, I made that for a reel. I made it to make a reel and for people to like the reel. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't promoting or advertising anything. I just made a good reel. Now, with that being said, you need to make sure that whatever you're doing on social media reflects what you want people to know you as. So, you know, that's why I'm doing like more singing, maybe some production stuff, because I don't want people to just know me as a guitar player. But at this point, I've kind of like almost pigeonholed myself in that, which is fine because I am a guitar player and I do have guitar in my music. But most people are like looking for like emo rock stuff when they find me. So that's why I've been trying to really make sure, like, I know it sounds stupid, but when I click a button on my keyboard and it plays Amen Break, that's like, oh, that's not rock anymore. He's doing some weird electronic shit. So people already see that and they know what to expect already. Also, be consistent. I make like I usually will take one day and make like 6 or 7 videos and just draft them and then post them every other day. So makes it a lot easier. And then also I have a list of ideas that I'm just always adding to when I'm like on TikTok or Instagram. And then when I have my days to film, I just go through and do the ideas. If I woke up and didn't have any ideas to film, I just wouldn't be able to film anything. I can't just like force myself to make ideas. You know, like when I'm filming, it's a very technical process because I've already conceptualized the idea and written it down. Now I just need to go through the process of actually doing it. So I'm taking the creativity out of it because I was already creative in the past and I wrote down the idea. You know, like I can't really be creative on demand very well. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I'm rambling. I was gonna say, there's the effect of playing on extended range definitely has a branding to it. Something happened with Polyphia and they had a director be like, we're not making gent. Yeah, exactly, dude. That's exactly what it is, because they were like, they realized that, I mean, they're huge, but like metal, gent, metalcore has a ceiling. You know, like at some point you're gonna be the biggest. And like the only, like if you want to go higher, you have to basically just go pop, and you have to sort of carve some of that out. Now we could have a conversation about, you know, artistic integrity and what you actually want to do. I believe that they actually love what they're doing, but it just so happened to like, you know, be more pop and like more commercially successful. And I think it was sick. I love what they did. Personally, if I saw you pick up an 8, I would just see it more in a similar way when if you first use 8s. But with your vocals always being the main focus, I don't think people would think poorly. Like the majority of people wouldn't even care. I think it's just when I'm playing live shows. You know, I'm too afraid people will think me too much of like a techie guitar player and they won't take the rest of my music seriously. And because of that, it might not go as far or reach a wider audience or something. But I don't know. Like I said, it's on my head. I mean, for your metalcore stuff, because of course that's what we sound like. But if you go into big tunings, we are the people to rock with. But I'm really in collabs for the shared growth and the fun of growing. Oh, 100%. I totally get what you mean. You want the first 2 seconds to be captivating. Yes, for real stuff you're talking. You're so smart with music reels. Dude, Hippio in the chat. Let's go. We got any keybs in here? Dude, yeah. Hippio did send me a keyboard. I sent him a guitar lip. He sent me a keyboard. I should go and get it, but it's in the other room. Everyone post the specs of your keyboards. Can't believe you're in here. I found you when someone used A Little Too Quiet on a random reel. Dude, that video, I mean, A Little Too Quiet was already doing really well from the content that I was making online. But just recently, like a few months ago, someone used that in a video with like a leopard. And it got like millions and millions of views. And like, it just like spiked on Spotify. So cool. Why can't that happen with all of my songs? I got my Zoom TKL. Let's go. Classic Zoom. Thanks for the tips and good luck with the EP. Sounds so amazing. Fresh off the press. Hype for the EP. Hype for this EP and doing our interview. Yes, I'm very stoked for that. I hope you like the EP. I don't remember exactly when our interview is. I think it's like next week or in a few weeks. But that should be cool. I just can't get myself to make music reels. I ended up making a plant. Dude, I saw your plant account. It's sick. I'm into plants too. I'm not in my other studio, but I just put out a video where it was a story, a Bitbird story, where I like showed off my proper like living room studio, and I'm really into not as much as most people who are into plants, but I have a lot of plants and I maintain them. They don't grow very much, but they don't die, so that's cool. Next week, yes, I'm stoked for that. I can't get myself to make music reels. Dude, you gotta like, I don't know if you're into like making a new channel, because like it makes sense you made another channel for your plant stuff. But I have a side channel on TikTok. Can you explain what Bitbird is? Bitbird is a record label owned by San Holo. San Holo is my cousin. Did you guys know that? Just kidding. But a lot of people think so. Yeah, I have the interview on my calendar, so we will get it done. Zoom TKL lubed and filmed. Endless summer switches. V2. Dude, I love I don't know how to pronounce the Osume keycaps. I think I'm going to buy another keyboard soon, even though I don't use any of mine. I just love the way they look and sound. San is a great artist. I love the last track he put out. It's kind of like drum and bass with his guitar stuff. I love that. We're supposed to hang out soon. Oh yeah, about the music thing, dude. You gotta do the gallery shit. It's so crazy. Like, literally, like, I mean, I'm embarrassed to say this, but like, I have like a decent following on TikTok. But after the algorithm changed, sometime November, October last year, every musician got screwed, and we had to like, I don't know, think of different things to do. And now my engagement sucks on there. So I made a new side account just to like try stuff out, called Scro and I just do the galleries where you just post pictures and they swipe through, and it's like a swipe gallery, and you just like put your music and you put like artists that sound like that. I don't know, if you go through my Scro thing, you'll see it, and some of them fucking work, dude. I posted one on my main account the day that Is This What You Wanted got released, and it got 100,000 views. And that, like, I mean, that in accordance with a bunch of other things, like, that had to have, like, that, it was hard to see because it was, like, during release week, so it's hard to know, like, what's doing what. But, like, dude, that really, really helped the song. And there's plenty of other people's songs who've blown up just from, like, they're not even doing anything, they're just in their bed, and they just, like, post pictures and, like, put text on it and just put their song on it. But, like, I feel like TikTok is all about, like, Snapchat energy right now. And it's, like, no editing, no filters, no nothing like that. It depends on what side you're on. Like, I would say, like, the late 20s to, like, 30s, like, millennial is still very much, like, YouTube-type content, where it's, like, a little bit faster, a little bit nicer looking. But, like, for the younger generation, like, the Gen Z stuff, it's, like I said, Snapchat energy, where it's just, like, a stupid video or, like, literally a picture of you just, like, staring at the camera with text, or like a minute-long video of like a rant or like a story, and there's like no production quality. It's just like literally about the content, like at its core. Like, the production quality doesn't matter, the lighting doesn't matter, the angles don't matter, the whatever. All that matters is like the actual creativity and the actual story that you're telling, which is crazy because that sucks, because now we can't be like, oh, well, I have these good angles and these good like editing, whatever. I don't know. Considering you've mentioned Porter Robinson in another video, are there any other artists you like that have a similar obscure style? Obscure style similar to me. Well, I wouldn't say Porter's obscure, but I'll say artists that I like him, like Jaren. It's kind of like experimental EDM, experimental electronic, who's a huge inspiration of mine. Like hyper pop in general. I mean, break-ins for sure. Some early like Glaive and Eric DOA, 100 Gex. Let me just go through my Spotify since I'm streaming on it right now, bro. Let's see what I've been jiving to. Metalcore with specific album callouts. I love Maya ID, or ID, specifically Born of Osiris's, The New Rain Volumes Via, Northlane's, the one with the square, Animals as Leaders, entire discography, Rings of Saturn, entire discography, Tiny Moving Parts, but that's not metalcore. So, I mean, obviously Devil Wears Prada, We Came as Romans, like I'm talking about early We Came as Romans, early Word Alive, early Bring Me the Horizon, August Burns Red, For Today, Fit for a King, big Fit for a King. Who do I sell my soul to Spotify to get on an editorial playlist? Dude, I have no idea. My first big editorial placement was on Antipop. I wasn't signed or anything. I had no one helping me. It just got in, and I don't even think my editorial pitch was even like anything crazy. I think I mentioned, like, I was trying out ads at the time, and I heard if you mention that you're doing ads, the editorials will be like, oh, well, they're bringing people to Spotify, so that's good. So we'll like throw them a bone or something. But I think you need to like make good music and make Spotify playlist good music. I know straight up, like being on Bitbird, like they got Is This What You Wanted on like a bunch of oh hell yeah, we got Underbelly on my release radar. Um, we got you know, Bitbird like put me on a bunch of editorials for sure. Like I'm sure all of them. But if you're independent, dude, I have no idea. I seriously think it just comes down to your actual music, like fitting an editorial. Maybe in your pitch, like go ahead and tell them like what editorials you think you would fit on. But dude, I don't know. I was like in shock when I got onto anti-pop. It just happens, I guess. I don't know. You sure you're not on my Spotify? LOL, stupid similar. I'm not sure what that means. Early metalcore then, yes. Oh, I Set My Friends on Fire and Attack Attack. My biggest inspirations when it comes to metal, 100%. I might have a collab with I Set My Friends on Fire coming out soon. Woo! I actually played guitar for them a few months ago. They had a show in LA and their guitarist didn't show up. And the singer, Matt, the screamer, texted me. He was like, yo, we have a show in 5 hours. Can you come through? And I was like, dude, of course. They guest listed me for the show anyways, and I just brought my guitar. I've known how to play all their music for like 10 plus years, so I was like, I'm ready to go. It was like what's it called? Like bucket list moment for real. Like literally your favorite band ever being like, yo, can you make it to the gig? It's crazy. I'm loving the album. You are insane. Thank you, dude. Did you do the pitch yourself? No. When you're on a label, they'll usually do it for you. In my experience, every time I've done a pitch myself, it's hit. Every time we have relied on external distro, dude, that sucks. I'm really sorry to hear that. Feel free to DM me, guys. I'm okay sending you. I don't know if I'm allowed to do this. I don't see why not. But I have the pitch that Bitbird wrote for all of my, placements. So yeah, hit me up. I'll send you a screenshot. If you're independent, there's a few factors. First of all, hopefully they have a curator for that genre at the time. If not, it's all algorithmic. Ooh, interesting. Someone asked me, what are some artists that, obscure artists? Oh, Login. If you want to just listen to weird experimental music, Login. It's like break-ins, but weirder, and it's super sick. They used to live together, actually, Login and Randy. Let's go to my likes. Dane, it's like this hyperpop artist that's really similar to me, actually. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear that, but it's like, yeah. I really like Lil Texas, not gonna lie. What else? Six Impala, insane. It's like multi-artists. It's like 6 or 7 people that make music as Six Impala, and one of them is Underscores. They just put out a really dope track. Venus Has a Boy. Oh my god, Venus Has a Boy, dude. Love that guy. Theo, he did the collab with Little Too Quiet for A Little Too Quiet with Me. Just insane producer. He like went to school in New York for jazz piano, and he was like, fuck that, I like electronic music, but it's like beautiful. Like the beautiful parts of like break-ins. And he's also like singing on it. Wishland's really cool. Just put on a folk EP that's actually really good. Mention promo math rock mixed heavily with electronic from myself is something else. Dude, thank you. Omerta is favorite obscure. Do I have that on here? What's Omerta? I'm not sure. Little Texas, it's just fun, dude. I don't understand hardstyle, and I still don't, but it's like when I was listening to it a lot, my girlfriend was like, I think you're excited of how curious you are, because I kind of understand it now, but it's just like, it's so outlandish. Like, how are people actually listening to like 200 BPM music for 3 hours at a festival? And it's like, all it is a kick drum just going really fast. So I would listen to it like ironically, and then I was just like, oh, this is actually really sick. And it started inspiring my music. A lot of my music uses gabber hardstyle kick drums, like Little Too Quiet. That 808 in there is a gabber kick drum. Close My Eyes, one of the tracks that's on the EP, it's that same gabber kick drum. I'm So Tired, the verse of it is a gabber kick drum. Gabber is a genre of hardstyle. I just saw Metro on your Spotify. Dude, I don't know who that is. Frost Children, insane. I love Frost Children. It's like club type hyper pop, but like really good songwriting, and there's like the emo alternative influence. They have like some rock songs. Really creative, super creative What is Omerta? I don't remember. Oh, yes. This band is sick. I just know there's one song from them, but it's really cool. What's up, Scro? Are there discounts for stepdads on your t-shirts? Yes. You can get them at cost. I wonder if I grew up on hardstyle trance and punk. Editorials are sick and help, but in my experience, the numbers. Yeah, editorials, I'm just going to keep playing. Editorials, like, don't help you as much as you think they do. It's definitely like, it's a good, like, badge to wear on your jacket. What am I trying to say? Because, like, it looks good. Like, oh, the gods have accepted your music. But if we went through on, like, my back end, maybe, like, 10% of your streams come from editorials, and it really comes from, a lot of it is Discover Weekly and Release Radar, and that only comes from your music being good and it like bouncing the algorithm, people liking it, people adding it to their playlist, people not skipping it. It all comes down to like your music just being good and like listening to a lot. Like, that sounds stupid, but like the best marketing strategy I think anyone will ever tell you, and I will also tell you, is having a good ass song. You want to have a song that like people want to listen a bunch. Like that's the key, is if you can get someone to listen to your song over and over again, that's like one listener, they're going to listen to it 100 times. So there's 100 streams for one person. It's also going to trip the algorithm, and it's going to be sent to a bunch of other people, and then they're going to probably be listening to it a bunch too. So you have to have a good song to begin with. And then, like, you know, good music is important. Boston, obviously. Boston's insane. Quanic, dude, so good. Loathe, awesome. Love all this, like, shoegaze type stuff that's coming out. I'm actually working with Julia Wolf on her next tracks, and we're doing, like, some shoegaze stuff. It's really cool. I want to put out, like, a shoegazy type song. And Wink, when it comes to, like, EDM, like, bass music. Nomu for, like, I do a lot of guitar stuff for Nomu. The song Butterfly specifically, really dope. Yeah. Underbelly, of course. How could we forget Underbelly? Sound design genius. Really cool, interesting production style. Well, you made good music over and over. Hell yeah, thank you. I've replayed your song so many times. Definitely agree with you. Yeah, that's like what it comes down to. Anyways, look, I was listening to Underbelly's thing here. I think I'm done for now. Reminder that EP comes out tonight. Please listen to it a million times. Add it to your playlist. It might seem like, you know, I have a bunch of numbers on TikTok and Instagram or Spotify, but I swear to you, like, none of those matter when it comes to new music. Like, it kind of does, but look at Is This What You Wanted compared to the song I'm So Tired. One is my best performing song of all time, and then I'm So Tired, like, is doing good for sure. I'm really impressed with it, but nowhere near. You would think that the second song would have, like, done way better. And I just say that because, like, every song is just like a shot in the dark. You know, I'm just putting out whatever I love, and I just hope people like it. And even though there's a label and there's, you know, I have these numbers to help push it, of course that does help, but like the longevity and like how the song like truly does after like a month or so, it really comes down to like being a good song and you guys just enjoying it. So please, I'm still just a guy in my bedroom. I don't have a manager. I do have the label stuff, which is cool, but I think Bitbird might not be helping as much as you guys think, even though I love them and you know, I love working with them. But the label stuff and the playlisting stuff, it doesn't help as much as just people liking the song and playing it over and over again. I did, you know, the music videos, I paid all those for myself. Those are all produced by myself. I did it all on my own. I edited it myself. Like, no one was helping me with that, except for obviously the people who shot it and were in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did the music video with the help of other people, but it wasn't like a manager or label or doing that. I don't know what I'm saying. Obviously there's people helping me, and I'm not doing this all on my own, but I guess when it comes down to it, I just feel like, you know, I'm still just a kid in my bedroom and I need all the help I can get. But here I am being like, you know, like, I have numbers to back me up, so I'm just being a freaking jerk right now, honestly. What was the song you put on your story a month ago? You were working with an Asian dude producer. I put the song on my story. It might have been Venus is a Boy. But I took it as yeah, I feel that way. Labels can do so much distribution, especially if you're following this. Yeah. Anyways, that's me just being a piss baby and being like, I need to be more than where I'm at, even though I'm like really lucky to be where I am, and I shouldn't be like begging for anyone to do anything for me that they don't want to. All right. EP comes out in 5 hours. Hopefully the music video for one of the songs comes out on Friday. And then there will be a music video for the Boston collab. There will be a music video for I'm Sorry, probably 1 month at a time after that. And dropping merch later in the month, most likely. Two pieces, 2 shirts. Thanks so much for coming through, guys. I really appreciate the support and love. And when I take a step back, it's really cool to know that I'm just making music that I love, and it's finding an audience. It's finding people that connect with it and connect with me and like what I'm doing and think I'm cool and I think they're cool. And I'm always, I'm going to be posting the production videos like I do with all my other tracks as well. So stay tuned for those. I will catch you guys later. I don't know how to turn this off. How do I do this? Oh, on YouTube. All right, cool. Take it easy. Goodbye.